Okay, why was there very little mention of Vikings in my book? I like pirates better. Actually, we had a philosophical discussion, like my editor and I. There were very few points we disagreed on in this book. And in the lumberjack section, there's this illustration. It's the first illustration.
Everyone opens it.
Yeah, opens it. You guys taking notes?
Yes, this is church. We got people recording it. Actually, we do that. Oh, yeah. I'm not telling them.
Page 95 in the lumberjack section. There's this picture. It says the evolution of lumberjacks, and it has a caveman, a Viking, a pirate, and a lumberjack. And kind of the gag is, it's the same guy. He hasn't really evolved. And originally, when I drew this illustration, well, I didn't draw it, but originally when I had this illustration, I had the Viking and the pirate switched places because it's an argument my friends and I have had. I don't want to imply that Vikings are better than pirates because they're not. This is chronologically correct, not like on the coolness scale. But cavemen are pretty cool, so I'm yeah.
Are you still working on the comic you mentioned on your site?
The question was, am I still working on the comic? Yeah, I just wrapped up the comic. It'll be unveiled at the San Diego Comic-Con this year. I don't know if you guys will be at the San Diego Comic-Con. It's like a nerd heaven. You guys get it? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
When are we going to see the Maddox video game?
Question was, when are we going to see the Maddox video game? That is a good question. I love video games. Actually, none of you guys would be here today if it weren't for video games, because I would have never touched a computer to begin with. I picked up a computer a long time ago because I want to be a programmer for video games, and a lot of the games that I grew up playing, and probably you grew up playing, when I mention this, I'm sure a lot of you guys are gonna know exactly what I'm talking. Like Contra. You guys all have the you know the Contra game, right? Do it all together?
The war that the world forgot.
Up, down, left, right. Right. Everyone knows the Contra code. These games are incredible. They're incredible games. You never see them anymore. Everything's just flooded with first-person shooters, and I'm a huge video game nut. I have all this. I have my Sega Saturn hooked up. I have my original Atari Lynx still. My Dreamcast. Everything. So.
Not Xbox. We spent all night playing Contra before this.
Yeah.
Who made you king?
Who made me king? I bought this crown. And for some of you who are wondering about this, is everyone here pretty much familiar with the website? Or is there a couple people who walked in? There might be, I don't know. So, there's a website, yeah. Like this whole crown and the cape getup kind of started from my donation to New Orleans, which I thought was pretty generous of me. I thought it was a very generous donation, and I thought I did a very righteous thing. And I was going to go on a ring kissing tour. Actually, on page 117, if you open up, it's the Chuck Norris section. I talk about this ring that Chuck Norris wore. It's a unicorn with a boner on it. And I was actually right before the tour, I was gonna have this ring made so people could kiss the ring, because I don't want them to kiss my hand, But there just wasn't enough time, and also it's hard to find a jeweler who will do that. You go to him and ask him for a unicorn with a boner on it, and they'll turn you away. It's weird. I guess they're used to doing wedding rings and things like that. Whatever. Yeah.
I want to know, how come the gravity of your testicles does not cause catastrophic tidal waves?
So why does the gravity of my testicles not cause catastrophic tidal waves? Yeah.
If testicular density were so high, you wouldn't be able to create testosterone.
That's a good rebuttal. So the testicular density wasn't so high, I wouldn't be able to create testosterone. Right.
You ever think of going on Jon Stewart?
Jon Stewart. Would I go on Jon Stewart on Daily Show?
Yeah.
I would love to do like Daily Show or Colbert. I talked to one of the producers a little while back, actually. They're more like a political. They're more political, and this book is.
You are Emperor of the Universe, though.
This is a guide on how to live your life.
Progressive Party.
You know what? If it were up to me, I'd hop on there. I mean,
I think they had Ann Coulter in there.
They did have Ann Coulter on there. Yeah. Go ahead.
Would you do Conan?
Would I do Conan O'Brien? The show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Conan O'Brien. Big fan of Conan. Yes.
Are you friends with Lotax from somethingawful.com, or are you guys feuding? Because I don't know. I've seen them like bust your balls.
Right. There's been this other website. So the question is, am I friends with Lotax? There's this other website called Something Awful.
Ooh.
And we had kind of a misunderstanding a long time ago, and the Wikipedia article says there was this long going feud or something. No, everything's cool. I mean, it's I sent him an email a little while back. Yeah, he's a cool guy. So yeah. Go ahead.
What do you think about the second best page in the universe?
What do I think about the second best page in the universe? Actually, it's pretty interesting. Like, right now, if you go to Google and you search for the best page in the universe, mine's obviously the first one that comes up. I don't know why you're laughing. That's not a joke. And the second one is called Ninja Pirate. It's like it's kind of a. I think the guy changed the layout. It's pretty flattering when you see these kind of like knockoff sites. It's second and the third, and I think I've seen like the 63rd best page in the universe now, and people are just jumping on all the numbers. It's pretty flattering. I don't read them though, because a lot of the sites try to emulate my style of writing and my voice and that type of thing, and I don't want to be influenced at all. If I don't read anything. I mean, I try not to, because I just want there to be like a totally pure voice. And that's a big reason I don't have ads on my site, so that I can bring to you unadulterated opinions, basically. Thank you. Yeah, it's been really tough. I mean, I don't know how many of you here would give up like $12,000 a month to bring a website to the masses, censorship free, but. I believe that ads cause self-censorship. If I'm going to talk about orbits, I want to talk about orbits. I'm not going to worry about if they're an advertiser, they're going to pay me. And people say, well, Maddox, you don't have to censor yourself. But the truth is, there's a temptation, all right? And if that temptation is there, you might be dishonest to yourself. You don't know. I mean, it's $12,000. That's a lot of money. Yeah. Go ahead.